Hi there, this is Bruce at Fleet Capital Management. It is Friday, the 17th of May, 2024. I know last week's video was a little long, so this one's going to be real short, I promise, just to try to even things out. We always start by saying the video presentation is intended for educational purposes only. The discussion of any security is not a recommendation to purchase or sell the security. I'm always available, Bruce at Fleet Capital Management. Here's our homepage for our website. Our most recent videos can be found here. You can hop on my calendar with a Zoom call right up there. So let's take a look at the markets. This is the matrix, which was updated today. You can see we continued in the green here with our shortest term. The group 1 accounts, group 2 accounts remain in an up. Our moving averages, 8 over 20 over 50 over 200 is fully bullish. And if you missed the session where I discussed, I'm going to make this color coded so it's even easier. If it is this mustard or orange color, I'm colorblind, so bear with me on this. That just means it's a pullback, and those happen, very, very frequently. They're nothing really to worry about. If it is this color, the more brown color, that's a correction. And if it's red, it is a bear market. We don't want to see red. Our primary bear market avoidance indicator is the weekly 10 over 20 EMA, which is exponential moving average, and it is either green or it is red, and that is green as well. The VIX is the fear index, and it has just been falling. A low VIX or fear index usually is a catalyst for bull markets. Anything that's over 20 is usually a catalyst, not for a bear market, but for some pretty good drawdowns. And it can be either green, yellow, or red. I'm trying to make everything consistent so that when you look at it, it's just very simple to decide. The change that I mentioned is the IBD exposure went back up to 5. It skipped right over 4 and went right back to 5. So we are in just a full green situation. And just to remind you, what does this mean? Step 1 is to know what the market is doing and the health, if you will, of the market. And right now, today, and I do this every single day, everything looks very healthy. So this gives me the green light, pun intended, if you will, to go ahead and add investments to our portfolios. I don't add new investments if we're in a pullback, a correction, or a bear market, obviously. We need to be in a full-on green. So that's what we've done there. If we take a look at the SPY or the S&P 500, everything looks good to me. Here's those moving averages. There's the 8, the 20, the 50, the 200. That looks perfect. We are right in the mean or the average of the linear regression. We did have a bit of a pullback here, but we have rebounded out of it. And again, that is very normal. It also didn't really close too many times outside of the linear regression. That's just a guide that I look for. This green down here, or green and red, this is looking at volume, and the propensity of volume, the on-balance volume, is green. It was red for a short period of time. There were more sellers in here. That's pretty obvious, but it's green once again, and our ADX DI looks good as well. I did take the opportunity today, since we are fully back in the green, to add one new stock. And, a stock doesn't get added unless first it passes all of my fundamental analysis that I'm looking for. That's just the absolute number one thing. Then I'm looking at how does Zacks rate it, how do different rating agencies rate the stock, and I'm just looking for all the different technicals, and if everything lines up, we put it in. So this is a stock that we purchased today. The symbol is CLS. And one thing that I want to direct your attention to is down here. This white line is called, let me get rid of my crosshairs there. That white line right there is the ADX line. And then the green line is, and the red lines are called DI, or directional index. The reason I'm highlighting this is when the ADX, or the white line, crosses above the negative DI, which is the red line, and it does it underneath this dashed line, which is the 20 level, typically that's a very bullish sign. using technical analysis. If you look back here, this was back in January, the exact same scenario happened. You see how it's the ADX is crossing up over the DI and it's happening under that white dashed line, which is 20 level. And then look what happened to the price of the stock. Now, no guarantees that this is exactly what's going to happen again, but like everything in technical analysis, we look for a number of things to line up, and we also look for patterns that have happened in the past. That's part of technical analysis. This happened last January, and it just happened again yesterday. And today I went in and purchased the stock. So just to give you an idea of all that goes in there. There are also a lot of other stocks that I'm looking at. I'll show you another. When I grab a handful of stocks, here's some that over the last few days I've been looking at. This is just my personal analysis page. I'm curious if it's in the IBD 50, and if it is, what's its position? Well, CLS is number 2. Are the profits rising? And I've got a screen to look at that. Are funds buying it? How's the up-down indicator? This is an indicator that shows pressure. If it's over 1.0, buying pressure. I'm looking at all of the technicals. I go through the valuation, and this is considered undervalued. I, of course, look at seasonality. I look at a Zacks rating. I don't buy or sell based on Zacks ratings, but I'm curious to see what they're saying, and this one happened to be a 1. I look at something that's called a Scooter ranking. This is just a technical analysis ranking, and anything over 90 is really, really good. This is a 97.6. Go No Go has it as a strong buy. So I'm looking at everything. And there are a lot of other stocks on my list that I'm paying very close attention to. They just haven't nailed down the technicals yet, but they're real. These two right here, HWM and SMCI, which of course we had been in until recently, these are really, really close. That's why I've got those in pending status. When there's a buy date, that's a date that I purchased. So I track everything. Just wanted to show that to you. That's a story. Keep it nice and short. Have a wonderful weekend. If you're in Colorado, your Denver Nuggets lost last night, but it doesn't matter. They could win at home in the final game. Nothing better than Game 7 in any playoff series, as far as I'm concerned. So good luck to the Denver Nuggets. I hope they get rid of this team, the Timberwolves, and move on to the next round. That's a story. Enjoy your weekend. Talk to you next week. Back at this Monday morning. Bye-bye.